Right now, the global economic engine is running hot. We are dealing with stubbornly high inflation that has already stretched global supply chains to their absolute limits. A major part of this pressure comes directly from geopolitics. Specifically, ongoing frictions between the US and Iran are keeping global energy markets tightly constrained. Those tensions translate into exactly what you see at the pump. Fuel prices have stayed consistently high, refusing to drop, and adding massive costs to nearly everything we produce and transport. By creating this self-inflicted economic friction, we have left the global market with almost zero buffer to absorb any sudden, unexpected shocks. And unfortunately, a massive shock is exactly what is coming. India's meteorological department recently issued stark warnings that a powerful super El Niño is set to hit. This chart shows the projected impact on India's rainfall. While previous projections hovered around a 92% monsoon average, that figure has now dropped sharply to 90% of the long period average, meaning we are looking at severely below normal precipitation. This severe moisture deficit arrives right alongside aggressive spikes in average global temperatures, bringing intense, prolonged heat waves. We are staring down a direct collision between a fuel crisis we actively created and a massive climate shift that we are powerless to stop. To understand why this shift is unstoppable, we have to look out into the Pacific Ocean, where this entire atmospheric pattern originates. Under normal conditions, trade winds blow from South America towards Asia, pushing warm water westward to fuel monsoons. But during El Niño, the Pacific abnormally warms. Wind currents lose strength and reverse direction, dragging warm water back towards South America. This single alteration in planetary wind currents scrambles the timing and volume of rainfall globally, guaranteeing severe weather disruptions across entirely different continents. For India, those reversed winds pull moisture away from the subcontinent. The monsoon is severely weakened, triggering prolonged droughts across vast stretches of the country. Without reliable water, agricultural output stalls. Even a small drop in rain translates to billions of dollars lost and immense pressure on domestic food supplies. Meanwhile, directly to the east, China faces the exact opposite catastrophe. There, the atmospheric shift dumps heavy, erratic, and overwhelming precipitation. By autumn and winter, major waterways like the Yangtze River absorb massive influxes of rainwater, rapidly swelling beyond their banks and causing devastating floods. A single temperature shift in the ocean subjects the world's two largest populations to entirely opposite, yet equally destructive, natural disasters. El Niño is an Earth pattern that has existed for centuries. You cannot negotiate with it. The only way forward is large-scale physical adaptation. For India, surviving a super drought requires government intervention to expand irrigation networks, build dams, and aggressively divert water to keep crops alive. China's survival demands the deployment of massive flood containment systems, engineering marvels designed to throttle surging rivers before they wipe out entire cities downstream. Fighting these raw natural forces demands immediate, massive infrastructure investments, placing an enormous financial burden on national economies that are already stressed. This is where the climate and the economy violently intersect. If severe agricultural shortages hit at the exact same time as soaring global fuel prices, the damage multiplies rapidly. Transporting whatever limited food is available becomes incredibly expensive. This triggers widespread food scarcity, drives inflation even higher, and heavily damages global stock markets. The true danger here is a severe weather shock striking an economic system that is already cracking under the pressure we created. Leaders cannot change the weather, but they hold absolute authority over geopolitical policy. There is a critical need for major global powers, particularly the US, to actively de-escalate the conflict with Iran. Bringing fuel prices down is essential to building an economic buffer. Stabilizing vital trade routes and a steady oil supply is the bare minimum prerequisite to survive the agricultural strain El Niño inevitably brings. We cannot stop the changing climate, but to withstand the natural forces of tomorrow, we have to resolve the human-made fractures of today.